Hi, and welcome to my guide of the quest, the Great Brain Robbery. The quest requirements are cabin fever, the pirate speed part of Recipe for Disaster, and creature of Fenkenstrain. The stats requirements are 50 prayer and 30 construction. For the items needed are a fishbowl helmet, a diving apparatus. If you've lost this, you can get it back for free by talking to Murphy on Port Khazard. Approximately 80 metal nails of any kind, but the better kind of metal, the less that you will need. If you're going to use bronze or iron, you will need approximately 100. Then you should also have 18 regular planks, a hammer, a holy symbol, a ring of charos. If you've lost this one, you can get it back by pickpocketing Dr. Fenkenstrain in the prison on the top floor of his castle. And then also 10 furs. No hunter furs. You will need to get either 10 from a bear or from the grey wolf. For the teleports, you will need one teleportation method to the Edgeville monastery. I'm going to use my glory. Then also one teleportation method to Port Phasmatys. I'm going to use an ectophial, but you could also use the trader crew members. Then also 2 teleportation methods to Fenkenstrain's castle. You could use the Archer's spellbook, which has a teleport which can teleport you directly to the castle, but I'm going to use my ectophial once again. Also, you will need to have access to a clockwork workbench in yours or someone else's player-owned house. So you should also need to have one teleportation method to yours or your friend's house. Next, you should also need some food to pass aggressive zombies of level 57 and also for the boss fight. You might also want to have some weapon and an armor to kill 4 monsters of combat 57 and then the boss of combat 190. This boss will drain all your prayer points when his melee attack hits. Safespotting is available, so use ranged or magic if you can. A couple of prayer potions would be nice. Alright, where to start this quest? I am currently on the docks of Port Phasmatys. The most eastern boat, the most eastern transportation sign, I'm going to cross this gangplank, and just like in the cabin fever quest, I'm just going to right click and travel with Bill Teach, and he will take us to Muscle Harmless. Let's cross the gangplank, and just north of the docks we should find Brother Tranquility. I'm first going to the bank of Muscle Harmless, and I'm going to deposit some of my items because I don't need all of them at the start of the quest. I'm going to deposit everything. I will need to have my diving equipment, 4 regular planks. Let's take all the metal nails. Let's also take the hammer, a teleportation method to the Edgeville monastery, and then back to Muscle Harmless. So therefore I will need to have my glory and an ectophial. Let's take some stamina potions like always, and then maybe some food to pass aggressive monsters of level 57. And besides from that, let's go to the quest start just north of the docks. Also, you may equip your fishbowl helmet and your diving apparatus. Talk to Brother Tranquility near the docks. Then select the first option, Undead Pirates. Why didn't you tell earlier? And he will now have teleported you to the granary on the island of Harmony. Just keep pressing the spacebar to skip through this dialogue. Once the conversation is over, let's open the large door and then go north. And north of the farming patches, north of the allotments, we will find a statue which you can pull. Pull this one, and you should unlock a hidden passage. Climb down this statue. Next, descend the stairs just next to you, and now just run through this dungeon. past the zombie pirates, just keep following the dungeon until we find some stairs. We will need to fix these stairs. Once you found them, left click, repair. Alright, when the stairs are fixed, climb them, then climb up the ladder. Turn your camera a little bit west and you should find a peephole. Peer through it. And then also continue this conversation. Alright, once the conversation is over, let's try to find the ladder and climb down. And we will now need to go back to Brother Tranquility. So go back through down the ladder, beneath the water, and let's return all the way back. Alright, when you've returned, talk to Brother Tranquility, the one in the southeastern corner. Alright, and he will now teleport you to Mos Harmless. But now we will actually need to go to the Edgeville monastery, so either teleport to Edgeville or use the combat bracelet and go to the Edgeville monastery that way. Alright, here at the water sign at the center of the monastery, let's enter the western building and then go to the southwestern corner. Here we should find a ladder and a bookcase. Search this bookcase and we should find a prayer book. Read it, close it, and now make yourself back to Mos Harmless. I'm going to use my ectophial. If you don't have completed the quest Ghost Ahoy, you should try to get back here via the charter boats. Okay, back on Mos Harmless. Let's go back to the bank and grab some more stuff. This time we will need to have a holy symbol and a teleport to Fenkenstrain's castle. My teleport will be a ectophial, and now I just need to get my holy symbol. Let's now go back to the quest start and talk to Brother Tranquility on Mos Harmless. Talk to him and skip through the dialogue. And he will teleport you to Mos Harmless. Once you are in the granary, let's continue through the conversation and equip our holy symbol. Next, right click on your prayer book and recite prayer. You get a message in your chat box that the smell of gas vanishes. The granary has been warded against the knockout effect. Alright, once you've gotten this in your chat box, talk to Brother Tranquility. And then say sure, yes please. And he will teleport you back to Mos Harmless. Now you can take the boat back to Port Phasmatys. I'm just going to use my ectophial, and now we'll need to go to the top of the castle of Fenkenstrain. Alright, once we are here, let's open all the 3 doors going north. Now you can just go east or west, doesn't really matter. The ladder to go to the prison is directly in the center, so it doesn't matter at all. It is perfectly symmetrical. Let's open the door, climb up the ladder, and talk to Dr. Fenkenstrain. Alright, after talking to him, we will need to go to Cannabis. Let's go back outside. And I will see you at the meat shop of Cannabis, just north of the bank. Alright, when we have arrived in Cannabis, let's go to the bank. And now we will need to grab our ring of charos. Actually, just bank everything. Grab your ring of charos. And we should also need to grab 10 regular planks and 10 fuzz. Then you should also need a teleportation method to yours or someone else's player-owned house with a workbench. And then also a teleportation method back to the castle of Fenkenstrain, so I will be using a ectophial. Besides from that, maybe our trusty stamina potion, and let's go to the meat shop north of the bank. Equip our ring of charos, talk to Rufus. Select the first option about the meat shipment. Skip through the dialogue. And he will give you 6 crate parts. And this will trigger a cutscene. You should also have a whistle in your inventory now. Okay, when the cutscene is over and you are now able to make wooden cats, let's teleport to a player-owned house with a workbench. I'm going to my own house. I'm going to craft the clockmaker's bench. This is the lowest one. This one requires 16 construction. If you just click on craft, you will get a wooden cat option. If you have a higher tier of clockworker's bench, you might need to click on other items that you can make and select wooden cat. And you will make one. Do this 9 more times until you have 10 wooden cats in your inventory. Before we're going back to the bank to grab a little bit of more stuff and then return to Dr. Fenkenstrain. I'm actually pretty much already done with making all the wooden cats. Alright, when it's done, let's teleport to back to Dr. Fenkenstrain and either go to the Cannabis or the Port Phasmatys bank. And now we will need to grab our 6 crate parts, as our wolf whistle, all our metal nails, a hammer, 4 regular planks, and that's actually it. Okay, here at the bank, grab my nails, the last 4 regular planks, teleport to Fenkenstrain's castle, my hammer, the whistle, the 6 crate parts, and that should be it. Let's teleport back to Fenkenstrain's castle. Alright, back in the castle, let's go back to the prison on the top floor. And there we should find a construction hotspot. Okay, climb up the ladder. Build crate on the construction hotspot. This should take a little bit of a time, depending on what kind of nails you got. Maybe not filter your game messages and you can see how many nails that you actually bend. If you're going to use bronze, the chance of you bending a nail is quite likely, at least 50% I think. Okay, once you've built your crate, click on it again to add a false bottom. Next, click on it again to fill the crate and you will add the 10 wooden cats. Next, we will need to blow the whistle to call Rufus, but first, to be able to reach our lips, we will need to unequip our fishbowl helmet and then blow the whistle. He will talk to the doctor and he will get inside the crate. This will also trigger a cutscene. Alright, once the cutscene is over, you will get a shipping order. Use this on the crate and it will teleport away. For the next part, we will need to return to Port Phasmatys and actually going to go back to Mosla Harmless. You can either go use the Mosla Harmless bank or the Port Phasmatys bank, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to go to the Mosla Harmless bank. It is less annoying because then we don't need to use our hand gestures to be able to bank. Okay, here at the bank we should get our diving equipment, so equip your diving apparatus and your fishbowl helmet. Then we should also need some food, armor and weapon to kill 4 monsters of combat 57. I'm going to use my whip, maybe a dragon dagger, dragon boots, adamant gloves, maybe some dragon armor, maybe 5 swordfish should be enough, they're just quite low level. Also bring along a hammer. You don't need your ring of charos anymore. You may bank it. You also don't need your metal nails anymore. Maybe my one-click safety teleport. I'm going to use my ectophial. You should also need at least 5 empty inventory slots, and let's also take 2 stamina potions. Let's go back to Brother Tranquility and let's return to the granary. Right click on the brother and transport ourselves. Next, on the western side of the granary, we should find a ladder. Let's climb down. And here we'll find Dr. Fenkenstrain. Let's talk to him. And skip through another long conversation as well. Next, he will say that he will need quite a bit of stuff. Let's go outside. Be sure that you have equipped your diving apparatus and your fishbowl helmet. Let's go outside and then go north. Let's go back to the statue, but this time we will need to go north of the statue, north of the island. North of the statue we should find a ship. Go on this ship, enter it, and then go west. On the western wall we should find a locker. Open it, search, and you should get a fuse. Next, go east to the ladder sign and climb up that ladder. You should find a tinderbox. Let's take this from the floor, and then also take one of the 4 kegs, also lying on the ground. Let's climb down the ladder again, and let's go back outside. We will now need to go back to the statue, so go back south, and next to the statue, east, we should find a white building on your minimap, and there is also a door which you can't open. Use your keg on the door, click to continue, then use your fuse on the door. You will lay down the fuse. Now you need to try to use the tinderbox on the fuse which is lying on the ground, and this should make a opening in the door. Next, go through the door opening that you've just made. And inside we should find a couple of NPCs called Storebones of Combat 57. We will need to kill 4 of them. Be sure that you still equip your diving equipment, and let's kill a couple of them. Alright, the Storebones, they will first drop a cranial lamp. The second one will also drop it, because I didn't pick it up. Be sure that you pick up the drops that the Storebones drop. If you've killed a second one before picking up the first cranial clamp, they will not drop the second item. Alright, I've just killed my 4th Storebones. I got my cranial clamp, my brain tongues, my 3 bell jars, and then the 30 skull staples. Once you have all this, let's exit the building, go through the same door opening, and let's return to Dr. Frenkenstrain in the basement of the granary. Alright, once the cutscene is over and the brain surgery has been completed, let's go back upstairs and talk to Brother Tranquility again. Select the first option, yes please, and he will teleport you back to Muscle Harmless. Let's go north, go back to the bank, and let's prepare the fight to kill barrelchest, the boss of combat 190. Now, Safespotting is an effective way to kill the boss, so using ranged or magic is recommended. If you're going to use melee, you should bring a couple of prayer potions. Barrelchest hits a bit inaccurate, but whenever he does, he will do a minimum of 20 damage each attack. Unless you have protect from melee, then it will just be negated and it will be a 0. But when he hits with his barrelchest, your prayers will be shut down for a couple of seconds, so you can't negate his second or third attack, but these will be higher than 20 damage. Any taken damage will also drain your prayer points, so bring like 3 prayer potions if you're going to use melee, and that will be very helpful at lower levels. Or you could just use Safespots. But using Safespots does not mean using a halberd, because barrelchest and his weapon is huge and he hits at a range of 2 or 3 squares, just like a halberd, so a halberd is a no-go. I think I'm going to try magic because my ranged is shit. I'm going to take like 100 fire blast spells. Now be sure that you still equip your diving apparatus and your fishbowl helmet. Besides from that, I might also want to bring a dragon dagger, some better food. I'm going to deposit also my rusty scimitar, whatever that is. I don't need my stamina potions anymore, my tinder box, and also I'm still going to bring my one-click safety teleport. Then because I'm going to use my dragon dagger, I might also need 1 prayer potion of a couple of doses, full inventory of shark because he hits quite high. I don't really think I'm going to need to use a brew and super restore. Besides from all of this stuff, I don't really think I will need anything else. Let's go back to the granary and let's make Brother Tranquility teleport us back to there. Once we are here, be sure that you have equipped your diving equipment. And let's go outside. We'll now need to go back to the monastery where we've killed 4 soreboneses. Go through the door opening which you've blasted open, and now you will be in an instance. If you die here, you will lose all your stuff. Now if you don't trust yourself and you really don't want to die with any of the stuff that you have, because you will not be able to get it back, go back through the door and grab some other gear. I'm going to try with this, and let's confront Migor. After the conversation is over, barrelchest will spawn. Now Migor will stand in between him, but after the conversation is over, barrelchest will attack you. To use the safe spot, we will need to use one of the 2 benches just next to you. I guess I'm just going to take like 3 steps backwards and then 2 steps north, and then I'm going to use the northern bench to safe spot barrelchest after the conversation is over. So 3 back, 2 north. Hopefully he will be stuck. Okay, he is. And auto cast fire blast and attack him. Okay, it seems his magic defense is quite high. I think I'm going to go for my DDS now. Okay. Oh, motherfucker, don't die. And back to fire blast. And this is the last hit. Now the barrel chest, his weapon will shrink, and you will need to pick this up if you want to. And you will get the broken barrel chest anchor. When you have this, let's go back outside. Let's return to the granary and let's talk to Brother Tranquility once again to complete our quest. Now also be sure that you have one empty inventory slot. If you don't, maybe teleport to the bank and empty your inventory. Talk to Brother Tranquility because now you will get a 5000 experience lamp. After this conversation is over. And congratulations, you've completed the Great Brain Robbery. You are awarded with 2 quest points, the barrel chest anchor, a blessed lamp, 6000 prayer experience, 2000 construction and 3000 crafting. Now this blessed lamp will give you 5000 experience in any skill that you want, if it is at least level 30. So if I'm going to put it on Hunter, which is 29, it will not work. Good. I didn't want it anyway. I'm going to put it on prayer because it's quite expensive. And now for the final part of the quest, let's go back to Muscle Harmless by right-clicking transport on Brother Tranquility. And now we'll need to go back to the bank if you want to fix your barrel chest anchor. I'm going to deposit everything. I'm going to take the broken anchor. I'm going to take 230,000 GP. That is quite costly. Then to be able to talk to the smith, we will also need a book of piracy. Besides from that, let's go south and maybe also teleportation method out of here because the quest is completed. Let's go south and go back to the dock, and next to the boat where Bill Teach is on and where you've came from Port Phasmatys. Let's go east of that dock, the most eastern NPC. We will get Smith, which is a trade option. Let's talk to him. Select the force option. I have this anchor, can you fix it? And yes please, this will cost you 230k, and now you have your own barrel chest anchor. Now one last thing, if you got a rusty scimitar from killing the Sorbones, just like me, there is a uncommon drop, and you can take this to Tyndall on Port Khazard with 100 GP, and he will transform that rusty sword into a regular scimitar. But the kind of scimitars that you are able to get is between bronze and mithril, so I personally don't think it is worth doing. This was my guide how to complete the Great Brain Robbery quest. Hopefully it helped. Subscribe, rate and comment. Key thanks, bye.